Hey everyone, welcome back to The Explainer. So glad you're here today because we're looking at something that's going to totally flip how you think about local donations, neighborhood logistics, and community economics. We're diving back into the $1 FBA Coin Community Marketplace, but specifically, we're zeroing in on their community partner program. And really, the big focus today is unpacking exactly how this unique ecosystem empowers local nonprofits and advocates by giving them absolutely first dibs on community donations. So, the core question we're tackling today is this: how do local charities actually get the very first pick of community donations before anyone else even sees them? It's a fascinating operational journey. Today, we're going to trace an item's exact step-by-step path right from the moment it drops into a physical bin, through a specialized software platform, and finally into the hands of someone who truly needs it in the community.
All right, let's look at the agenda. 1. The community partner mission. 2. Securing co-branded donation bins. 3. That all-important first dibs advantage. 4. Distributing goods for free. 5. Selling the excess inventory. And 6. Tracking true community impact. Let's get right into it.
Section 1, the Community Partner Mission. Subtitle, the Street Team. Before we even touch the software side of things, we have to talk about the people powering this whole network. The platform defines a community partner as verified nonprofits, local organizers, and dedicated community advocates. Basically, they're the official street team, the true grassroots engine, right? They're the absolute boots on the ground who spearhead local donation drives, collaborate on physical pop-up events, and actively educate the public about the marketplace and the sheer power of group economics. And since these partners are out there doing the heavy lifting for the neighborhood, the platform rewards them with a massive operational advantage. Check out this comparison. A standard pro host pays $19 a month, or up to $497 for a lifetime license fee, just to use this software. But a verified community partner? Zero cost, nothing. If they apply through blackcommunityapp.com and get verified by the admin team, they get free Ultra Host access. That is 100% of the site's functions, inventory management tools, and point-of-sale features completely on the house. Moving right along to Section 2, Securing Co-branded Donation Bins. Subtitle, Bypassing the Blight. Now that they have the software, let's look at the physical infrastructure. So, how are these items physically collected? Well, we know cities like Chandler, Arizona, have previously cracked down heavily on the donation bin industry because shady for-profit drop boxes were just causing illegal dumping and blight. But look at this quote straight from the platform's operational manual. By adhering to these operational standards, we circumvent municipal hurdles, eliminate blight, and generate a massive stream of inventory. Basically, they aren't dropping neglected boxes on corners. They're building highly maintained micro-distribution hubs. So how do they pull that off cleanly and legally? Partners actually have to agree to 3 strict pillars to get a free co-branded bin. Step 1 is ironclad consent. We're talking notarized, written permission from private property owners to stay fully compliant with laws, like ARS Section 33-2501. Step 2 is the anti-blight protocol, which guarantees collections every 48 to 72 hours and keeps a 10-foot radius absolutely spotless. And Step 3 is radical transparency. The bins are co-branded with a massive QR code, which actually, we'll get into the brilliant utility of that QR code a bit later. All right, Section 3, the first dibs advantage. Subtitle, Priority Sorting. This right here is the absolute core focus of today's explainer. What actually happens behind the scenes when a physical item drops into one of those pristine bins? Notice this digital UI logic. When local donations are received, they don't just get dumped onto a public marketplace. Instead, they're routed directly to a dedicated view in the partner dashboard called the Priority Sorting Queue. Get this, standard pro hosts are literally blocked from viewing this queue. It's VIP access. This gives the nonprofit partner exclusive first dibs to browse and claim high-quality essential stuff. We're talking clothing, baby goods, home essentials. They pull what they need for fulfill their specific charitable mission before anyone else even knows the items exist. Which brings us to Section 4, Distributing Goods for Free. Subtitle, Serving the Community. Because now comes the most critical step, getting those claimed goods to the people who need them. $0, that is the magic number here. The partner is fully authorized to distribute their claimed essential items completely free of charge. But, from a logistics and software standpoint, you have to track this stuff, so the platform's financial metrics, like the FBA Coin Rewards pool, stay perfectly clean and don't get skewed by free giveaways. To handle that, the developers built a very specific flow into the inventory point-of-sale system. First, the partner clicks a primary action button labeled Distribute for Free Charity.
Second, a confirmation modo pops up asking them to confirm the free allocation. Third, once confirmed, the database sets the transaction price to exactly $0, updates the item status to charity_distribution, and completely removes it from public marketplace visibility. It's a really seamless way to execute charity work while maintaining perfect data integrity. This builds into an even larger economic engine in Section 5, selling the excess inventory, subtitle, a mutual win. We have to address a big logistical reality here, volume. Check out this staggering fact from the source material. Nonprofits typically only need about 10 to 20% of what actually gets donated to them. A local charity might ask for winter coats, but they get old lamps, books, random electronics, the works. Normally, all that excess goes straight to the landfill or gets sold off for absolute pennies to textile recyclers. But this ecosystem demands a totally different approach. The partnership agreement strictly requires that all salvageable excess inventory must be listed on the $1 FBA Coin Community Marketplace. And this brilliantly illustrates the ultimate mutual win. Instead of excess being a massive headache, it turns into a direct funding stream. When that excess clutter is listed and sold on the app, maybe at a $1 community pop-up event, the revenue gets split. The partner's nonprofit keeps their standard 80% cut of the gross sale. The remaining 20% is retained by the platform to automatically purchase FBA coin, which feeds the ecosystem's crypto liquidity pool. It completely flips the script. Excess donations aren't a waste management problem anymore. They're literally transformed into secondary funding to keep the charity running.
Finally, let's look at Section 6, Tracking True Community Impact. Subtitle, Radical Transparency. If you're operating on this level, you have to prove your worth to the city and your donors.
Remember that massive QR code on the physical donation bins I mentioned earlier? Well, if a city official or just a curious neighbor walks up and scans that code, it immediately opens the app and displays a real-time community impact metric card for that specific partner. It openly displays the total items distributed for free and the estimated value given back in dollars, which is calculated from all those items they zeroed out in the system earlier. Talk about radical 24/7 transparency. It gives partners instant screenshot-ready proof of their local economic impact. Which leads us to our final thought. We've covered an incredible operational journey today, from a physical bin to a VIP priority sorting queue where partners get first dibs, right through to free distribution and funding local nonprofits with the excess. So I want to leave you with this question. If turning excess clutter into direct community funding and essential goods works this efficiently on a local level, how quickly could this circular economy completely reshape your entire city? Definitely something to think about. Thank you so much for learning with me today. Keep asking those big questions, keep visualizing the data, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.